but she doesn't agree no matter what she says, and then tells Rick that Shane killed Otis and that he's dangerous.
Right.
And she does it in this way. I've got a real problem. Well, okay, first of all, we can talk about when Lori complains that Shane lied to her. Rick just gives this smile, like this look on his face. It's like, what do you expect? You're a bitch. If he would have told you the truth, you would have bitched him out and tried to come after me.
Yeah.
So, like, and it's all said with just a smile. It's pretty funny.
Right.
But the melodramatic bullshit is when she says, "You killed the living to protect what's yours." I just didn't like the line. I felt it would have been more effective if she says something like, "Oh, so you killed these guys to defend us because you love us." Wouldn't Shane do the same?
Was extremely literary coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Just as shocking as them pulling that camera shot with Maggie, honestly. Yeah, I agree, and I saw a lot of people saying that this was very Lady Macbeth. I don't know if you get that reference or not.
No, I've not read it.
She's kind of almost... I kind of preaching this madness and poison and
Sure.
Paranoia in Rick, except for... I guess what I'm missing is that it's not really paranoia if it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, everything she's saying about Rick is spot on. And...
Or about Shane. Yeah.
Yeah, everything she's saying about Shane is spot on, and it's something coming to a head, and it's better Rick know about that. So,
yeah.
I actually thought this was a pretty intense scene, and I liked it.
Okay.
It was melodramatic, and I did have some problems with the phrasing and her reading of the lines and the way she kind of, like, draped herself over his back. But I thought the scene was pretty effective.
I guess a bigger problem that I have with this, and Laurie's kind of actions throughout the series, she seems very meddling. She likes to get into people's business. She likes to manipulate people.
Yeah, but you said that. You say that, and I actually tried to get her into an argument with a Redditor today over this, and he wouldn't answer me. How is this manipulative?
Okay.
She's telling him the truth, not what to do about it. Manipulating someone is telling them a portion of something with a goal.
What she does have a goal here.
What's the goal?
She wants him to physically deal with Shane. Because she says, he is dangerous. You need to deal with this.
But I don't know if that means...
The word dangerous to me means physically get him out of here.
Yeah, but she also said you need to talk to him because he won't listen to me. So I think seems like you need to... we've had to talk, now you and him have to talk. Because until that happens, he's still going to be in quote-unquote fantasy land about me.
Yeah.
And the kids and all that stuff. But if you guys sit down and talk like brothers, that might reach him. I didn't see her... And maybe because they did play the awful, creepy, weird violin.
Yeah, and it's
kind
just
of music in the
way
background.
she phrased it. The word dangerous to me does not mean go have a talk with him. It means go deal with him no matter what happens.
Fair point.
But I just feel like between that and like all the stuff she's done with Carl and Shane, like yanking Carl away from Shane and then having him go save her, and like just all this stuff that she's kind of flip-flopped on, it seems like she's playing with him.
I also thought that this is the most reasonable explanation for why Shane killed Otis.
Okay.
Because
he loves Lori and Carl?
Well, at first it's like, well, yeah, he was just giving Carl the best chance of survival. I never bought that because it seemed to me that they weren't really having... And if anything, Shane was the one that's going to die.
Yeah.
Because he was the one that's kind of gimpy and all that kind of stuff. But Shane sacrificed Otis so that he could have Lori.
Yeah.
So it was a on the face selfish act. It was, it wasn't selfish for his group and selfish for Carl. It was selfish because he wanted Lori.
Yeah.
And if he gave the medicine to Otis, then that wouldn't happen.
How does this what dynamic does this create here with the juxtaposition of Shane and Glenn? Both acting selfishly. Glenn not acting selfishly. Glenn feeling selfish but not acting. Shane acting. I mean, that's certainly in his character.
That's a fantastic point, Jim. They're almost like mirror images.
Yeah.
One is got this like self-loathing selfishness, and he becomes a coward over it, and Shane murders people.
Yeah.
He goes to rage. One goes to kind of shame.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going anywhere at that point, but it just shows the difference in the ability to handle tough situations between these guys. You know, I mean, Shane acts, Glenn doesn't. Mm-hmm. That's kind of their characters in a nutshell.
Yeah,
I think up to this point. And I hope Glenn comes out of that a little bit because I'd like to see him do more. But that's it for the episode. Do you want to do Zombie Kill of the Week and the Idiot Survivor of the Week?
Go for it.
Zombie Kill of the Week, unfortunately, I have to give it to Lori with the windshield wiper column.
How about when
through
she
the eye?
Capped that zombie?
It was cooler when she stabbed it through the eye.
She busted a cap in that zombie.
Plus, it was a creepier zombie who got it
I'm
first.
making a pun about the hubcap. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
See.
Double capped him.
There you go. That's even better.
All right.
Thanks for bringing that one home, Jim.
And Idiot Survivor of the Week, obviously
Also,
Randall. No. It's Randall for jumping off the roof like he did.
Okay.
He's not one of the group, but he is a survivor.
Okay, you're true. That's true. That's true.
Who would you give it to?
You are also true.
You wanted to give it to Lori.
I wanted to give it to Lori. I wanted her to have the double header. She double capped and double header.
What did she get the dumbass
for
of the
surviving
week?
And then walking back into the danger?
Okay,
like who the hell? Okay, if there's shit going down that Herschel, Glenn, and Rick can't handle, she's going to handle it.
Yeah,
and also. Why I'm on this subject, I don't buy that she ripped off a gear shift or even a turn signal knob and stabbed the zombie through the head with it. That she possesses Michael Sarian type of upper body strength, which is non-existent.
Yeah,
okay?
weak baby strength.
She's got weak baby, like day-old baby strength. She can barely cling to someone's pinky. No fucking way is she ripping car parts off and then shoving it through orbital sockets. No way.
I just assumed that the zombie helped her rip it off. Like, he was pulling on her. She was gripping the shit.
She just had the little pinky grip on it and the zombie yanking her hair back. Okay. Yeah. All right. He had some mechanical...
Augmented zombie strength.
Her head was like a pulley.
Her arm, the lever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. With the mechanical advantage, I see that happening.
Definitely.
You solved it again. Way to go, Jim.
Bringing it around.
You are clutch on this cast.
Well, speaking of clutch, why don't we bring it around to listener feedback?
We got a piss pot full of it. So,
tons.
First off, after I call.
And I don't say tons in a bad way. I say tons in a good way. You have to organize it all. I don't.
Yes, I did not enjoy collating this frantically before the cast, but I
enjoyed reading it all.
Sweet pain. Matt, local Matt from. God dang, I still am. You might need to check me for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, are you going to pass out on me like Beth? Go comatose during the podcast?
I'm going comatose right now. It'd be fantastic podcasting.
It would be.
Matt from South Indy says, this show excels and really comes to catches on fire when Rick is a badass. This is all, by the way, from Nebraska. I'll tell you when we switch to the new stuff.
Okay.
That's why the mid-season cliffhanger worked and also what made Nebraska so good. Like setting a torch on a pile of zombie bodies. As soon as Rick pulled his gun out, he became the coolest MFer in the room. I hope we see more of this from Rick and that his wife is dead. So there's email number 1 wishing death on Lori.
Yeah.
Our old friend Daniel WB, Daniel WB, who I erroneously, I think I called Andrew earlier in the cast. Still not satisfied at The Walking Dead. I think he's going to have to hold tight with this till Mad Men. If there's
just watch the season finales because those are usually pretty good.
True. Or wait for the apocalypse cut.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be out.
If there is ever an opportunity to change course, it was the opening of 2.5. All we get is a nice summary of all that was wrong in 2.1. Couldn't be more disappointed. All the momentum gained from the finale was tossed out the window. Even Maggie seemed to have lost much of her hotness. Best part of the debut was the teaser for Mad Men.
I couldn't disagree more, but hey,
honestly,
that's his opinion.
I really see where he's coming from. I mean,
you do?
I kind of wonder if 2.5 was that much better, or just a 2.0 opener was so bad that it seemed like it was good. So, but I mean, I'm not going to back away. I thought it was a good, solid B+ episode.
Oh, so. I did too. Yeah.
Anyway, Thorley W. He says that he's got a reason for Lori's insanity.
Oh.
I think the reason Lori went after Rick, not a spoiler, just speculation, is that Rick at some point when they were married either had a drinking problem or went off on a bender, which is not unheard of in the world of law enforcement. She was worried that sending Rick into a bar after the emotional turmoil of nearly losing his son, failing to save Sophia, and having to be the one to put her zombie down might be enough to push him over to edge into the bottle. Herschel's breakdown in the bar and Rick's reaction were probably the best character moments of the show. I think it really illustrates the difference in leadership styles between Rick and Shane. When Shane was teaching marksmanship, he was encouraging T-Dog and Andrea to put aside their emotions and essentially desensitize themselves in order to survive. When Rick confronted Herschel, he encouraged him to find his humanity in order to find the strength to continue on, while showing when they met Dave and Fat Tony that being human doesn't mean being naive and stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I like that kind of framing of the difference between Shane and Rick.
He loves the idea of them having to battle another faction of human beings, which I wholeheartedly agree with. While the zombies are an ever-present threat, it's not as interesting as having a villain or villains with a personal or motive to serve as a foil. The best moments of The Walking Dead have been the conflicts and divisions among the survivors, and this gives us a way to tell new stories about the conflict by preserving a future showdown between Rick and Shane by having them on the same side against an external threat. That's a good point, too. Do you think Shane will come back, Rick and Shane will come back together on something one more time before there's a inevitable split?
An inevitable blow-up between those guys? Maybe. I mean, I see Rick kind of blending more into Shane's mode of thinking a little bit. I mean, you see that in the bar last episode in Nebraska. So I don't think that they have totally different worldviews, but they certainly aren't as close together as Shane and Andrea.
He offers us a few bullets in parting. T-Dog is still trying to overcompensate from his weakness from before, judging by the way he enthusiastically stomped Maggie's zombie mother. If there's ever a schism in the group, I could see him picking the wrong side.
I like that he didn't know that was her mother and he stomped her right in front of him, or in front of Maggie. That was pretty funny.
Did it look to anyone else like Carol had cuts on her wrists, or maybe they're just abrasions? I worried that if she does herself what effect that might have on Daryl, since she's the only one who seems to appreciate him. If Daryl found his inner Sawyer this week, then I think Rick found his inner Raylan Givens. Totally justified. But if so, does that make Shane Boyd Crowder? Judging by the fervor of his survival monologues and willingness to do what he thinks needs to be done, I have another reason to continue watching and loving the show. Sly Justified reference.
Yeah.
If you want to know what he's talking about, start watching Justified on Fox. It's fucking awesome. And we cast about it. Thanks for the email. Kellen B. I seem to have a love-hate thing with me going on between me and The Walking Dead. Since it started up, in my opinion, it's failed to start with a bang. We are back to the same spot. We've completely beat the let's stay on the boring farm to death. We need to move on. Some inconsistency with the characters, such as Herschel suddenly having awakened to the fact that, yes, these people are really dead, to me isn't believable. For some reason, Maggie, after 4 or 5 days of Glenn being on the farm, falls in love with him. Then there's Lori. For one reason or another, she seems to think Daryl needed to go out and find Herschel and Rick. Not 20 minutes before that, Rick was telling Lori that he was going to find Herschel. Why do we need to send more people? And why the hell she saw the need to take it upon her to go and find them herself? I do not know why.
Can I make a comment about Glenn and Maggie real quick?
Sure.
Her suddenly falling in love with Glenn doesn't really surprise me very much, especially after we see her confront Herschel about abandoning her this episode. I think she needs...
You think she's cray?
I think she's a little cray. Yeah, I think she has some repressed sexual issues because... What? Well, I mean, you saw the atmosphere this episode that she grew up under, right? Like her birth control, her sister freaked out, or couldn't even tell her dad.
Okay, not like she's got molested, but more
No. Yeah.
Repression.
Just repression, yeah.
Okay.
So I think that Glenn being the only guy around her age there, she's clinging to him as some sort of stability, I think. And that's kind of accelerating it. I mean, I think they have a connection too. But
well, and also in a crisis situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, and when the hell are we going to find out what the heck Jenner said to Rick? I look forward to next week. Let's hope Lori's dead. That's 2. I got 2 wishing sweet death on Lori.
Sorry to disappoint.
And I guess if we'd asked Daniel WB, he'd probably want sweet
he probably wants them all dead.
Sweet death.
Yeah.
Rachel S. writes, Shane washing Carol, which we had some...
Yeah,
what the fuck's about.
Creepy hand stuff.
My initial reaction to watching this super weird scene between Shane and Carol was that the writers were referencing all the washing that people do in the New Testament, specifically Jesus washing Judas and the other apostles, and Pontius Pilate washing his hands clean of the crucifixion. But that just might be 5 years of Catholic school in me speaking. Whoa, someone's going Breaking Bad on this show, man.
Looking into it.
Getting into the symbology.
Yeah.
Shane is so out of line for selfishly steering the conversation to relieve his guilt.
Oh, yeah.
And she couldn't believe that. Her other thought was that he was checking her arms for cuts or bites. Mm-hmm. And since she came out of the woods alone, all dirtied up and kind of disheveled. Yeah. I actually think that's a dead-on observation.
Yeah, I think that's probably all he's doing there,
yes.
Honestly.
He's trying to, and he's just nervously kind of trying to make himself feel less guilty about everything, but his...
Yeah, I had a change of heart after reading a couple emails on that.
Yeah, like that point a lot. Who does Shane kill? She's thinking that Shane's going to kill someone. She's on my theory for this half of the season. She thinks the obvious answer is Dale. I think Dale's attempts to confront Shane stupidly alone, and Shane's going to snap, killing him, and try to cover it up. Lori's going to call him on it. He and Rick fight, a la Rick and... almost did a comic spoiler. Delete that.
Him and Carol fight to the death.
In a cage with chainsaws. And Carl kills Shane, or in a twist, Andrea snipes off Shane during his fight with Rick to avenge Dale.
And nobody's mad except that they used fuel for the chainsaws.
And nothing of value was lost. She'd actually prefer that as a make up for Andrew's woefully careless mistake earlier in the season. No. Almost killing, intending to kill the greatest character in the show. Sniping Shane would not make up for that.
No. Because I actually enjoy Shane's character. Taking him out of the show would be disappointing.
If Snipey Andrea killed Rapey Shane, that'd be pretty cool, though.
Sure.
Tom for WV, this is hilarious. Did you see this? He wrote a poem about the show.
I did not read this, no.
It's called A Misogyny, but it's spelled AMC Misogyny by Tom in West Virginia.
Awesome. Bring it.
Rocky Marathon starts tonight. Goodfellas, Die Hard, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Guy Network does it right. 2 podcasters tell us what they think. Breaking Bad, IFT, and Skylar White. Don't forget the Amazon link. Women schwimmen, know what I mean? They have Lifetime, we get AMC. The most excellent network where terms of endearment won't be seen. Only one thing could be better. Boobs. Now there's a theme. Real live bouncy ones. Not in a sweater, but on the screen. And then he closes it with, Maggie. I think that last part is just more spoken word. It's not really a poem, the Maggie part.
Yeah. I like it. That was pretty awesome. That was really awesome.
You know what? AMC wants to be HBO so hard. They want to have boobs on these shows so badly.
They pull it off every once in a while. Breaking Bad.
That's the only time I can think. The MILF in Season 1, Episode 1.
Yeah.
Which, if you're watching on Netflix, you have no idea what the hell we're talking about because they cut that scene.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, Netflix actually, there's a site you can find out, but they actually boulder dashed a lot of the Season 1 of Breaking Bad.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't think it hurts the story, but...
No, but you want to see it as intended.
You just want to see...
I just want to see... No. But they also do it... I mean, Maggie's side boob. That's a pretty good side boob.
They fit as much boob as they can.
Yeah.
They push the boob envelope. But they're still basic cable, and they want to be HBO so bad. Moving on. Thank you so much. That I laughed very, very hard in that cool email. Brian K. Dub says, wow, another good episode. They must have fired the writers from Season 2.0. How stupid is Lori to continue walking in town? Oh, by the way, this
really
is
stupid.
This is Triggerfinger. This
email,
starts
the feedback for
we
Triggerfinger.
went over the Continental Divide. Now we're in Triggerfinger territory.
Awesome. Okay.
How stupid is it she continued to walk into town looking for Rick after being in a car accident and it being night? Doesn't she care at all about Carl or her baby or her own safety? No. The answer is clearly no.
Yeah. All she cares about is being right.
Right. That's wow. Yeah. That's, I think, that should be on her tombstone.
I mean, that sums it up. The stuff, I don't know. I don't like her, man.
Let's move on.
I don't like her.
I'm also so glad they made those low lives from Philly and not New York.
Oh, yeah?
I'm guessing Brian K. Dub is from New York.
He must be.
Yeah, everybody's got the, Philly as a whipping boy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Drew T says, what's up, fellas? How about this Walking Dead? I thought last night's episode was solid as a carnivore poop. There was some nice parallels and comparisons to be drawn. Glenn's feelings of selfishness and wanting to do whatever is necessary to survive mirrored Shane's actions with Otis. They both acted in ways that they weren't proud of because they didn't want their loved ones to lose them. The only difference is that Glenn Was and is yellow. What the fuck? That's racist.
Oh, no.
What, do you work for ESPN?
He means like Michael J. Fox yellow.
Oh, okay.
That's what he means.
Sorry. I just got hold of some Glenn sanity. And Shane was murderous. I feel like I subconsciously stole Drew T's point a moment ago in his podcast.
You might have, yeah.
It's like by osmosis. Sorry about that.
Oh, well.
Another parallel was an obvious one between Philly kids and Randall. They left Randall and not Tyrese. And right after Herschel squirts, said they can't leave Rick. What?
What?
The nicknames are fucking with me, man. But the more subtle parallel was the fact that Herschel wanted to kill Randall, a.k.a. Otis, but Rick under Zombie Siege wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite the same, but an interesting parallel. Anyway, Jim, keep up the good work. Aaron, meh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you. I love this emailer. Thank you for that email.
Not a fan. Not a fan. He's
No?
meh. He's
You
giving
don't
me a
like
meh.
it?
He's giving me a meh.
Well, he doesn't like you either.
Apparently so. Jesse B says, according to an interview on Sirius Radio with Andrew, just remember this.
Oh, no.
Just remember this, Drew T. I choose to feed. I'm the one that knocks. I choose the feedback to read.
Yeah,
So
he
keep
does.
pulling that shit, Drew T, and see where
what
it gets
happens.
you. Jesse B says, according to the interview on Sirius Radio with Andrew Lincoln, it's only been 2 weeks since Rick landed in the hospital and the zombie apocalypse started.
Preposterous.
Nah, I don't buy that
That's insane.
timeline. No.
It's taken them 2 weeks to decide
It's like
who's
this.
going to go after Carl.
Either Jenner is right, and it's been 60 days since the outbreak went global, or Rick's been in a coma for 2 weeks. They both
I think
can
Rick
be
has
right.
a concussion, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Brain
It
damage
just seems to
from
me
the
from the
coma.
timeline of the show that they both can't be right. So
Yeah, I'm with you.
anyway, front runner / the lone crazy man / the listener with many names says, my thought about this show's direction. How awesome was this episode? I would say outside of your typical silly shit that this show has become known for, this was a solid A+. In my opinion, for the storyline, gore, and the direction it's heading. I think the writers and director has listened to comments from everyone last year, which, according to the interview, head on.
He clearly has. I saw him on Talking Dead, and he seemed like it.
They have addressed a few of them, what seems to be having plans to address more coming up. I also thought the zombie scenes for this week were one of the better ones, and it really wasn't even that full of them. It was just the way they did the scenes with more in quality, not quantity. I know it's been a great episode. When I get to the end, it only felt like 20 minutes worth. I wish they'd make this a 1.5 hour show because I don't feel fully satisfied at the end of each week's episode. And if they made it an hour and a half every week, they could fit in like 2 or 3 Jesus sermons.
Oh, yeah.
Each week.
Every week.
I kid. I kid because I love. So they open up with Lori in the car and a pesky varmint trying to claw his way in. I give kudos to the writer and directors on the scene. I thought it was very well envisioned and had everything a great scene should have in it, right down to the sound. You guys should do something for me to get what I mean. I need you to run the show right up to that when that scene starts and turn off all the lights, press play, and close your eyes. It really helps to put yourself into the scene, and the sound I thought was the best part.
Ooh, that sounds too scary for me.
Yeah, I do watch it. I do watch the show in the dark now. Because if you are a longtime listener of the show, you know I'm a complete pussy when it comes to horror stuff. I've worked my way up.
You
to
freeze up like Glenn.
I do.
Yeah.
I progressively shit my pants throughout the episode, like Glenn, and I've worked my way up to watching in the dark, holding hands with Jim. That's my next step. Is different. Move off the love seat.
Yeah.
Stop holding hands. I also love the part when he's pushing his face through the glass and all skin is being shaved off the side of his face.
Yeah, disgusting.
Like
I loved
so
it.
much heavenly ham. I thought it was not in Herschel's demeanor to let a man be eaten alive after taking a shot. When he realizes he can't stop him, he just watched him being eaten. The old Herschel would have shot him in the head to stop the suffering. That was curious. Herschel had the gun in his hand. You'd think he'd do the whole, give him a shot in the head, put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
But again, it's dark and it's a ways away.
Yeah, it was pretty far away. And Glenn was in danger there, too.
True. I absolutely love the direction Daryl is going and hope he stays this way. The loving, caring Daryl has got to go. I love that. I love that, but I think he's going to end up pushing Carol to the point of doing something stupid to get herself killed sooner or later. This would fall in line with my prediction from last week that Carol will die soon. He claims the smartest one in the group is Andrea, with what she told Shane about all the calls he's been making with the barn, wanting them to start searching for Sophia and lying to Lori. She said these were all right things to do, but needs a lighter touch in his presentation, leaves something to be desired. She hit the nail on the head with him and shows whose team Andrea's on big time. Now for a complaint. I think it's absolutely crap that AMC is forcing me to set my TiVo to record the new show Comic Book Men to see the sad sneak peek they brag so much about. I have not even tried watching the first episode of this show because I don't care anything about it. My advice, skip it and watch it on YouTube. Like, literally the next day, the preview is going to be on YouTube in high quality. So I've been watching the Encore presentation, and they show it immediately after the show as well. So
nice.
A couple options you got there. This week's best quote and runners-up, Shane wins for, well, I'm going to go get some flowers and candy. Look at this, folks. We're back in Fantasyland.
Yeah, that was good.
Runner-up, Daryl, ain't you a peach? And second runner-up, Andrea, Shane has done more to keep this group alive than anybody, including Rick.
That's true.
You're supposed to say, you can't believe that.
Nope,
you can't
believe
possibly believe that.
It's true.
Things that pissed him off, the lack of T-Dog's involvement and lines, close-up shots of those ugly boots that Lori wears, and the whole Dale persona is getting old. He needs a new direction. His character is not moving forward. So, Michael M., finally, until we get to this last feedback before the spoiler, I like this episode, to be very honest. What struck me most was that actors now know everything that we know as an audience, and I can't remember the last time this was ever the case. Actually, they know more than us now because they know the Doctor's secret passed on to Rick. I like the status, and the slate is now ready for new developments.
Yeah, I mean, they're ready to get off the farm now, right?
Right. And
is that what we're hoping?
Well, yeah, and he's basically saying that the characters at this point, usually we know more than the characters do because,
gotcha.
In Breaking Bad, they split up between, like, goddamn, Walt and Jesse and Chicken Man. They're all doing different things, but none of them know what each other's doing, and we're like the omniscient person watching it all. Here, the only real secret they had, Lori being pregnant and Shane being a murderous dick. Everybody pretty much knows that now. They might not have exact evidence, but it's widespread belief that Shane killed Otis.
I wonder, Andrea doesn't know that yet, does she?
I don't think she believes.
Do you think that's going to change her opinion if she?
No,
if
I
someone
think she
suggests
heard
that to her?
Dale saying that. She just doesn't want to believe it.
Yeah, I don't know, because he basically came out and told Lori that he did kill Otis.
Right.
So I wonder if that would affect Andrea's opinion of him if someone besides Dale was saying it.
I don't know. What do you think their relationship is now? Because last I saw, Andrea was boning Shane. And Shane today kind of threw her a piece of red meat saying, I should have left with you when I had the chance.
Yeah.
I kind of think there's more than this, just him being right, that there's a little bit of candle holding going on.
Candle holding?
She's holding a candle in her savage hand.
Candle making, more like it.
All right.
No, I have no idea.
Do you have any other points, or should we keep the outro? Because we've got quite a bit of spoilers to consider, too.
Yeah, let's do the outro.
And again, these are some no-shit spoilers.
So hold on to your butts.
If you listen to the music, you got no one to blame but yourself. So, if you'd like to keep up with what Jim and I are doing with the other cast, Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead, and soon to come
Mad Men and Game of Thrones.
Mad Men, Game of Thrones, Justified. We can do that as like a two-part harmony.
Yeah.
Go to baldmove.com. Send us email, watchingdead@baldmove.com. As you can see, we read as much of this stuff as we possibly can. Follow us on facebook.com/baldmove for great links and commentary and discussions going on throughout the week. Tweet at Jim @baldmove, twitter.com/@baldmove. And we can continue using your support with more iTunes reviews and subscriptions. That helps us rise up in the ranks and helps people on the internet find us. And you can materially contribute to us by using our affiliate link for Amazon, amazon.baldmove.com. You go to amazon.baldmove.com. It takes you right to Amazon's front page. Anything you buy, you get the same great price, same great shipping, and we get a little tiny kickback.
I wonder if the listeners are getting tired of that.
Well,
specifically you rubbing your fingers together next to the microphone.
If I will stop saying it as soon as we cover it, once we hit the goal of covering a cost, I'll stop mentioning it.
All right.
So if they don't want to hear it, but then start using the Amazon link.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Next week we're going to be covering 18 Miles Out is the title. So if you are keen on spoilers and you want to hear some ridiculous ones, stick around until after the music. If not, until next time, I'm Jim.
And I'm Aaron. See ya in the cool exclusive ultra hip spoiler section.
And we're back with the spoiler section. Go ahead and roll the clip for next week.
Episode of AMC's The Walking Dead.
You can't just be the good guy and expect to live. Not anymore.
My husband is out there. We are trying to create a life worth living. Don't you dare tell me that I take this for granted.
Stay away from her. Don't you step foot inside this house again.
It's my call, man. I think you can keep them safe.
A special look at a scene from next week's The Walking Dead will be revealed during Comic Book Men. Next on AMC.
Oh, shit.
So...
Is that it between Rick and Shane? Is he going to chop him down with a cherry tree?
I think that's the point where he dies, surely.
Neither
but
do I.
We see... So 18 Miles Out is apparently where they decide to drop the kid out or town. We see some interesting stuff here. The one most interesting, besides Lori acting like a fucking lunatic, was a showdown between Andrea and Maggie.
Oh, okay.
I've heard spoilers that this is because her sister is taking a turn for the worse. And Andrea is...
Think she's a zombie?
Well, I don't know. I just heard that that's... And we're going to read a little bit about this feedback, but that my speculation, based on the knowledge that she's taking a turn for the worse and they're having this conversation, don't... get out of his house, don't come near her again, is Andrea is advocating putting her out of her misery. That's my speculation based on the informed spoiler. What else we got to talk about here? Shane and Rick.
Rick and Shane, they go out.
We see zombies, so we know we're going to have some more zombies.
Definitely. We see Rick brandishing a knife. I don't know if that's to attack Shane with or not, but he does throw a punch at him, which Shane catches.
Yes, he does.
Under his arm. I don't know where he was aiming with that punch.
I know, it
liver
seemed a pretty weak, ineffective punch to me.
Yeah, definitely.
A very, very beta punch.
Yeah, that's not going to hurt anybody.
No,
he's an armpit. He's just dragging his armpit with his elbow.
He's going to hug him to death.
Yeah.
You're going to hug him to death. Oh, and they got the
headbutt from Shane.
Yeah, that's
aerodynamic head right to Rick's.
Andrea savagely running across the ground.
Yeah.
You sure that's Rick?
Probably would have killed Rick without the lobes to cause some drag.
Wait a second. Is that... Are you sure that's Rick's hand grabbing that knife?
Not positive, no.
Okay.
No, that doesn't look like Rick's hand.
Doesn't look like
he doesn't wear a bracelet.
Well, plus it doesn't look like the... look at the shirt he's wearing there. This shirt is like a plaid shirt. This shirt is a solid shirt.
So whose knife is that? It almost looks like a woman's hand.
Really?
Well, with the bracelet on, yeah.
Maybe it's Lori.
Maybe.
It does look like something, a shirt that she'd wear. She wears that checkered shit a lot.
Yeah.
Watch two guys, listen to two guys watch a trailer over and over again.
Yeah, so I mean...
Let's get to the spoiler stuff.
It looks like there's going to be a lot of action next week, is the cool thing.
Agreed. Do you have any spoilers?
I have one feedback spoiler from Raphael S., who says, who gives us his opinion on what he thinks might happen. He says, okay, so there are a couple things I want to address first. Shane will most likely die. Carl wants to name the baby Sophia. Maggie and Glenn adopt the original Sophia in the comics. So, I'm not sure, okay, so here's what I think will happen. Lori will die next season after having the baby, leaving Rick with a baby that is not his. I think this could be an homage fulfillment of the comic books by having Glenn and Maggie adopt the Shane and Lori love child. Interesting. That would be a very weird twist. I'm not saying it couldn't happen.
Right.
I'm just saying, wow, that creates a lot of weird relationships within the group, which I think has to happen sooner or later, right? I mean, this group is very incestuous, not in that way, but they're all they have.
Right.
So sooner or later, things are going to get a little bit weird between these people.
Sure.
And that would do it.
If they want to repopulate the Earth anyway.
Yeah, that would definitely be weird.
So, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Bob from Illinois said, you guys have been saying for months that Jenner whispered in Rick's ear that everyone is infected and we become a zombie no matter what. Yeah. I definitely agree with that because what else could it be? I don't care. I mean, it's probably... I don't know that I've been saying that other than that's probably the most likely thing from the small pool of options he could have said. Other than, again, I'm a big fan of the whole slip and tongue.
The tongue in the ear?
Yeah. You're a very attractive man, Rick.
One more thing before I die.
I've always wanted to make out with a man. He just he ticked off something from his bucket list. However, going off the spoilers that you guys revealed, Rick stabs Shane and kills him. Shane returns as a zombie. Carl shoots him. This would seem to mesh with Jenner's pronouncement that we are all future zombies. On the other hand, if Rick had this vital information, you would think that he would shoot Shane in the head to ensure he definitely would not come back. So either Rick is a careless dumbass, I added the dumbass myself, or Jenner didn't tell him about the survivor's inevitable future. Either way, the Jenner secret has to be the worst handled story hole in recent memory for TV shows.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have to go back to Lost, completely forgetting about Walt before I can think of a more ineptly handled plotline.
Sure.
And you're right. Like, if it goes to pass, and I have no reason to believe it won't, the way that the spoiler secret agent outlined it for us last week, Rick is a complete idiot to not shoot Shane in the head if he knows that's going to happen. So that is a big plot hole. Either, right?
Yeah. I mean, he has consistently been shooting people in the head when he shoots them. So he's got to be aware of that. The other interesting thing here is, did we do the spoiler on Dale dying yet? We didn't.
No, I'm about to.
Okay. When we get to that, I want to talk about the relationship between Shane and Rick and Dale.
Okay. Thorley W. double dipped in the spoiler section. He says he has a prediction. Carl Jr. will kill. I love how I've infected everyone with that brain bug.
Carl's Jr.
will kill someone in an upcoming episode. In the comics, he already killed at least two normal humans, Shane and a child who murdered another child. I don't think it will be Shane. The character is too popular and hasn't built up to that point yet, at least for a while. But if Dave and Fat Tony's crew come to the farm looking for payback, I could see him killing someone in defense of someone in the group, or to avenge a death like his mother's. I don't think it will be to avenge Laurie's death, because so much of the Carl Jr. story has revolved around the concerns his parents have for him, and it's likely the writers will want him to kill someone and see how Laurie and Rick each deal with it. That's pretty solid, that they need to keep Laurie and Rick around for Carl's first shooting death, because it makes it more interesting.
Definitely it does, yeah.
That doesn't mean the show's going to do it, because they don't always take the most interesting option, but that's a solid analysis.
Yeah.
Does killing a zombie count? Because it's kind of cheap if they do have him kill Zombie Shane. It's a little bit of a cop-out compared to how hard the comics went. And I'm kind of starting to worry that this show is always going to be pulling its punches compared to the comic.
Maybe.
Because the comic has some fucked up stuff in it, man.
Definitely.
You haven't seen some of the fucked up stuff that I've seen.
Yeah.
So Michael D. says he delivered us a synopsis. This is a Proud Bald Move tradition. We read the synopsis from upcoming episodes for 2:10 through 2:13. This season feels extremely short.
Yeah, that's it. 2:13.
I guess I was expecting
it's
it to
the
be
split. I think.
Well, right, because I guess I expected it to be split into 2 8-episode, giving a total of 16, but there's only 13, so this is a mad dash to the end.
Yeah.
Season 2, Episode 10, 18 Miles Out. Rick and Shane are now in conflict over the fate of an outsider. Andrea helps Herschel's daughter face a crucial decision. Number 1, Andrea might help Maggie make a decision to stay on the farm or with Glenn. Or 2, maybe the outsider is Tyrese. Number 2, I don't think Tyrese exists in this. I don't think he's ever going to be a part of the show. And if he does, they're going to make him. They're going to morph T-Dog into Tyrese.
Yes. Which they need to do quickly.
1, that would be interesting, but it doesn't address what we saw in this promo here.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to have the person who was wanting to bail on the group a couple episodes ago now counsel another one to stay. Season 2, Episode 11, Judge, Jury, Executioner. Rick sides with Shane, causing Dale to worry that he is losing his grip on humanity. Carl's actions have unintended consequences. He doesn't have any speculation for this, but I'm going to tell you our little insider mole, and our anonymous tipster, says that Dale dies as a result of Carl's actions.
Yeah.
So Dale's dead in Episode 11 from our sources.
And talking about that, I was wondering if maybe they're going to have Shane kill Dale, because we've already seen the tension there. We saw Laurie tell Rick that that Shane is dangerous.
Interesting.
To me would set the stage for Rick killing Shane. If Shane is willing to kill one of the group, then he knows that he's dangerous.
theorize, Mr. Data, why would Carl have anything to do with that?
Carl.
Yeah, Carl's actions have unintended consequences, and the anonymous tipster says Dale dies as a result of Carl's actions. You think it's possible that... I have an idea. Do you have one?
He could let something slip to Shane that
That's
Dale
what
said.
I'm thinking.
That maybe like that he told Lori about that. Yeah, I could see a big run up here to
because I'm thinking when I first read that, I'm thinking Carl's like twirling his gun and it accidentally shoots Dale in the head. But now I think that's or something like that. Just
something
him
along
being
those
a
lines.
kid.
Yeah.
I actually like your idea better.
I don't know. It would be interesting to see that.
You are clutch this podcast, Jim. I tell you.
Yeah.
Knocking it out of the park, and the listeners are eating it up. I'm just met over here.
Also, if you've noticed, Shane has a pot of coffee. Never mind.
Season 2. I'm also having trouble not convulsing, coughing, and belching at the same time.
All right.
God. Season 2, episode 12. Better Angels. Better Angels?
Okay. Better Angels.
I wonder if that's supposed to be Better Angles.
No, it's about the baseball team.
Anyway, someone dangerous may be loose near the farm. Rick, Shane, Daryl, and Glenn help keep the group safe. Number 1, maybe they see some kind of sign of Michonne, as someone dangerous may be loose near the farm. And if our speculation is correct, then Shane dies in this episode.
Oh.
And episode 2... or Season 2, Episode 13, Beside the Dying Fire, Rick and Carl find the farm in jeopardy. The group is split up in the chaos, and Rick's leadership is questioned. Maybe, again, this is all what you've been hearing is coming from Michael D. Maybe after Rick and Carl kill Shane, they come back to see the farm overrun by zombies, and the group is angry about Shane being dead.
See, and if that happens at the same time that the daughter Beth turns into a zombie... She comes out and starts eating people.
Shit could break loose.
Oh, man. They could really create some good scenes here.
It sounds like a hell of a cliffhanger again.
Yeah.
But honestly, all these episodes sound strong. And if they kill two major characters in the next 4 episodes, that's going to be pretty intense.
I wonder how I'll feel about the show after those 2 characters are gone. Because I feel like Shane adds... just a massive amount to this show. Without him, I would not be nearly as interested in it.
But I think Rick can do that, and
Rick
also
can.
I think Rick's a more interesting character, and
Dale, whatever.
This love triangle between him and Lori and Shane is what is causing and this whole like Rick's not a leader, Rick is a leader, is causing so much of this bullshit melodrama, as you call it.
Yeah, it does need to resolve itself.
The best way to resolve it would be, I honestly wish that, and I said this on Facebook. In this massive thread that I was engaged in with the listeners, I wish that Shane and Lori both would die, because I think the only interesting thing in this whole relationship is the relationship between Rick and Carl.
Rick and Carl?
Yes. Like that father-son thing, it interests me. I do not like Lori. Yeah. I think Shane going away is not going to make her a more likable character. I'm starting to like Andrea. I definitely like Maggie. I'm actually even starting to take a shine to Carol, believe it or not. I like Daryl. If they're going to do away with Dale, if they could do away with Lori, that in one fell swoop is destroying most of the cancer that's killing the show.
Yeah, like I said, she's a drama queen, man. She's stirring the pot.
Lori does die not too far into the comic books.
All right, get her out of here. Gone.
She dies
done.
at the end of the prison storyline.
Yeah.
So, whether they kill her this season or next, I think she needs to die to make room for development of Carl. And plus, what
do you think about what Raphael said about her dying after she has the baby?
I don't like it. I don't like this group running around the baby.
No?
I feel about the baby the same way I feel with Raylan and Winona.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it's just going to tie it down and make it,
Yeah,
the baby's
going to make
be
the main character less interesting.
The baby's going to be a MacGuffin that's always in danger, and,
It's going to be the new Sophia, and it's even going to be named Sophia.